Hi, it's Randy. So, remember the 7-year itch? I used to talk to people about the 7-year itch, and in the 90s and 2000s, I would call it the 6-year itch because just from my observations, that hump, that hurdle, or that breakup point for relationships that I was observing went from 7 to actually to 6. And so whenever people would mention to me the 7-year itch, I would say, no, it's really the 6-year itch. So I found an article online that is dated February 2014 by Katie Winter. The title is Death of the 7-Year Itch. Average relationship is now just 2 years and 9 months, and social media is to blame. The 7-year itch used to signal a time of turbulence or even doom for couples in serious relationships. But those feeling smug and secure in the early years of their partnership may want to sit up and take note, as new research reveals that couples are now most likely to end their relationships after just 2 years and 9 months. Isn't that lovely? A study looking into the impact of modern society on Britain's romantic lives has revealed that couples today are unlikely to last the distance that lovebirds in previous generations enjoyed. And here we go. I've always been talking about how nasty it is to have to be without a partner in this day and age, and how it's different, and how I don't think it's because of my age. And here's some support for that. The majority of those polled held that social media is accountable for the reduced lengths of their relationships, leading researchers to determine that the traditional 7-year itch no longer applies. The research polled a total of almost 2,000 adults from the UK who had all been the individual that ended a serious relationship or marriage within the past 2 years. Furthermore, none of the respondents taking part in the study had any children with their ex-partners. The range of relationship statuses of participants suggest that this briefer average length applies whether or not a couple is married, with 24% having been married, 41% living together, and 35% living separately prior to their breakup. So this study did include marriage, living together, cohabitating, and living separately, but in a serious relationship. And I'm glad to see those kinds of studies, because marriage now has changed and it's become so controversial that it does not signify what it used to signify. The committed relationship and cohabitating in a committed relationship, to me, is the same thing as marriage. It's just as much of a commitment. And living separately in a committed relationship is, one step below cohabitation, yet you can't say that that's not serious if it's serious. Unsurprisingly, the majority of participants and their ex-partners, 79%, had been actively using social media sites such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram before parting ways, with 36% admitting that they had met their ex online either through social media or a dating site. So 36%, had met their partner through social media to begin with. So That would include dating sites. For all of those of you who disagree with dating sites, 36% of people meet each other that way now. Over half, which is 54%, felt that social media played a part in the demise of their relationship, with 34% saying that their ex-partner met someone new on social media, was flirting with other people via social media. A further fifth, 23%, said that they had rushed into a relationship having thought that they knew each other well from our social media profiles, while 17% said that their other half spent too much time on social media and not talking to them. And my narcissist absolutely did do that when social media came about. Now, before social media came about and we were together, obviously it wasn't a problem and I didn't get triangulated by it. Social media also allowed 12% of respondents to see how happy other couples were and made them realize that their relationship wasn't a positive one. So you know how we always, we talk about and we know that when we see all these happy posts on Facebook of the narcissist with the new relationship, and that would go with for anyone in their new relationship, not just narcissists, that we have to realize that that's not the full picture, right? That's just a snapshot in time, and somebody's posting it on social media, and it doesn't give a clear picture of anything except that particular point in time when people smiled for the camera. So actually, this is influencing people looking at other people on Facebook and they're actually going, wow, look at how happy they are, and I'm not as happy as them, and they're comparing themselves. And it's kind of like influencing their relationship by looking at other people's relationships. And their fake relationships, basically, just their pictures. Isn't that a trip? George Charles, the spokesperson for vouchercodespro.co.uk, who conducted the survey, says traditionally the 7-year itch is described as a time period in which couples seem to struggle romantically. However, our findings seem to suggest that modern relationships have a shorter shelf life as a result of our hectic and technology-dominated social lives. Experts suggest that taking time out from social media can significantly improve a relationship. Hannah Green, researcher at 1+1, said, "Spending time together and communicating well with your partner is of great importance for building healthy and lasting relationships. With technology now being constantly available, we may need to find time to put down the computers and smartphones and to actually concentrate on each other. Even 1 hour a day of quality time can make a huge difference to the quality of a relationship." And that's the end of the article. So, thanks technology. Thanks social media. You have now cut the 7-year itch down to 2 years and 9 months. Wow. Thanks for listening.